Lesson 4. Football. Scene. Mr. Priestley's room. Mr. Priestley and Hob at work. Enter Frida. Frida: Oh, Mr. Priestley, are you very busy? Mr. Priestley: Well, I was just going to give Hob a private lesson, but what's the matter? You look very excited. Frida: I must tell you my news. Jan has been chosen to play football for London against Oxford University. Mr. Priestley: That's splendid. He must be very pleased about it, isn't he? Frida: Yes, he is, although he doesn't say much. The match is next Thursday at 3 o'clock. Hob: I say, couldn't we all go and see it and shout for Jan's team? Mr. Priestley: We mustn't neglect our work. Hob: If you want to learn English you have to work, not go watching football. Hob: But sir, you needn't sit in a classroom to learn English. Why, I went to see a football match last Saturday and I learned a lot of words I had never heard in this classroom. Mr. Priestley: I can quite believe it. Hob: And besides, sir, you know, a fellow mustn't work too much. As the proverb says, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Mr. Priestley: You needn't worry, Hob. You'll never be made dull by too much work. Hob: But football, sir, is very important. You know the saying, the Battle of Waterloo was won on the playing fields of Eton. Mr. Priestley: Yes, I've heard it, though I'm doubtful how many of the soldiers who fought at Waterloo had ever been to Eton. Hob: You know, sir, I think sport must be in an Englishman's blood, they just have to play football. Mr. Priestley: There's probably something in that. Henry VIII passed a law to say that men mustn't play football because it took them away from archery, but it didn't stop football in England. Hob: That reminds me of my young cousin Ted, Uncle Ben's son. He's only a lad of 9, but he's mad on football. I was staying at Uncle Ben's house in Lancashire a week or two ago, and on Saturday young Ted didn't come home for dinner. However, he turned up about 3 o'clock and I said, "Hello, Ted, what have you been doing?" Ted: I was playing football in the street and a policeman came up and said, "Here, young one, Eton equals famous English school near Windsor about 20 miles from London." 2. Henry VIII reigned 1509-47. Man, you mustn't play football in the street. Well, as soon as he went away I started playing again. He came back and said, "Didn't I say you mustn't play football in the street? Go on, run off home." Well, I just waited till he turned the corner and I started playing again, and then he came again and caught me. Hob: Oh, what did he do? Ted: He said, "Now you'll have to come to the police station to see the sergeant." Hob: He said you were to go to the police station, did he? And what did the sergeant say? Ted: He pretended to be angry, but he's a friend of Uncle Albert's and he used to play football for Manchester City himself when he was younger, and after he talked to me he asked me if I'd had any dinner, and when I said I hadn't he said, "You must be hungry," and he gave me a good dinner, meat and potatoes and cabbage and a roll. After I'd finished the plate of meat and potatoes, I said, "Must I eat the roll?" "Sergeant," he said, "you don't have to if you don't want it." Hob: So what did you do then? Ted: I put it in my pocket till I got outside, and then I played football with it. Hob: One of these days, Mr. Priestley, that lad will be playing football for England. Mr. Priestley: I can quite believe it. Hob: But he must be rather a trial to his parents and his teachers. Reproduced by permission of the proprietors of Bunch, The Human Touch. Hi, come down off there. Half a mo, who scored? Frida: I don't like missing lessons, Mr. Priestley, but Jan is hoping we can go and watch the match. He has sent me 6 tickets. Do you think? Mr. Priestley: Well, perhaps we could manage it. Hob: Hurrah, Mr. Priestley, I quite agree that you mustn't miss the lesson, but we needn't have it on Thursday. Just for once, we could have it on Saturday. I can see Hob looks rather disappointed because he's got to come here on a holiday. But what about the others? Frida: They won't mind coming on Saturday. I know they all want to go to the match. 1. Half a mo, slang, equals wait half a moment. Mr. Priestley: Well, then, we'll all go to the match on Thursday and shout for Jan's team. Frida: Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Priestley. I must tell the others the news as soon as I see them this afternoon. Mr. Priestley: You needn't wait until this afternoon. All of them are in the library at the moment doing some private study. Go there now and tell them, but tell them they are not to stop work just now to talk about football. Well, not for more than 10 minutes. Frida: Very well, Mr. Priestley. Mr. Priestley: And now, Hob, we must get down to some grammar, the grammar of the verb must. Hob, oh, Mr. Priestley, must we, Mr. Priestley, yes, Hob, we must. Exercises. 1. Word study. Use the following. Excited. Use also excitement. Exciting shout. Team. Neglect. Use also neglectful. Negligence. Negligible. Archery. Use also archer. Arch. Remind. How does remind differ from remember? Cousin. Policeman. Use also the police. Police station. Corner. Sergeant. Note the pronunciation sergeant. You have the same vowel sound in Clark. Clark. Derby, Derby, Berkshire, Berkshire, pretend, and pretense, role, noun, use it also, with a different meaning, as a verb, pocket, use also pocketbook, pocket knife, pocket money, to be in pocket, to be out of pocket, parents, ticket, disappoint, also disappointment, library, also librarian. What's the difference between a library and a bookshop? A librarian and a bookseller, but Americans pronounce the words Clark, Derby, Berkshire. 2. Explain briefly what you understand by the following phrases in this lesson. 1. A private lesson. 2. I'm doubtful how many of the soldiers who fought at Waterloo had ever been to Eton. 3. Sport must be in an Englishman's blood. 4. He's mad on football. 5. He turned up about 3 o'clock. 6. Run off home. 7. He must be rather a trial to his parents. 8. I don't like missing lessons. 9. Perhaps we could manage it. 10. What about the others? 11. We must get down to some grammar. Use each of these phrases in sentences of your own. Proverbs. 3. Hob mentions 2 proverbs or sayings. 1. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. 2. The Battle of Waterloo was won on the playing fields of Eton. Explain these, and here are 5 more proverbs for you to explain. 3. Take care of the pennies and the pounds will take care of themselves. 4. Better late than never. 5. He laughs best who laughs last. 6. A little learning is a dangerous thing. 7. It's the early bird that catches the worm. 4. Composition exercises. 1. Tell Hob's story about Cousin Ted. 2. Sport in your country, or your favorite sport. 3. Write an essay on one of the proverbs in question 3. 4. How would you? 1. Set and light a fire. 2. Put up a tent. 3. Make marmalade. 5. Tell the story of the picture on page 33 and explain the title.